Hey guys, sorry about the delay there. I kept trying to find the one that I wanted to start instead of creating a new one. So thank you for joining in. I'm going to adjust the camera real quick. Thank you, Rick. Appreciate it so much. And everybody, thank you, thank you, thank you. I can't believe it. I don't know that I've met 1,000 people in my life personally, and now I've got what I consider 1,000 friends on YouTube. So that is so awesome. Thank you, Chris. Thank you, Sean, for stopping in. Appreciate it. Hey, Clint, thank you, man. I appreciate it. Big time. Thank you, guys. Like I told my members previously, and that's why I'm kind of running a little late, is thanking them for being members and then picking the 5 cars that we're going to auction off tonight. You know, I never expected to get this far, and I'm grateful for every single person that has decided to join me on what I call this journey. And if you've seen where I've started to where I'm at, I'm a lot more comfortable in front of the camera, and I'm not such a stick figure. So a lot of that has to do with your guys' positive feedback and the support to continue making the videos and keep the channel going even through hard times. So thank you guys. You know, I can't do this without you, and thank you. I just sincerely appreciate it. Thank you, Dan. Hey, Robert. Thank you for stopping in. Hey, Rich. Thank you, man. I'm catching up on people's videos slowly but surely. And when I turn the camera around and show you guys the car running tonight, you'll understand when I kind of explain what I've had to do. And hey, Mark, thank you for stopping in, man. I saw you putting out a video. Adam went live, man. I've been running around like a chicken with my head cut off today, trying to get what's left of my hair trimmed and then get back here in time. I had an issue with the track I had to fix before tonight, which turned into disassembling that half of the track over there. Yeah, it's been a day. But the good news is we're finally going to get to see Laura, the 500 subscriber Tyco giveaway car winner. We're going to get to see her car run tonight. I've reached out to her. She's okay with me shipping the car later. And if you are watching, Laura, thank you again for your patience on getting your prize. And thank you for being a subscriber to the channel. I appreciate your support. So once again, Laura was gracious enough to allow me to keep the car a little longer so that I could show everybody the kind of improvements that were made with the parts that you saw me build the car with live, sometimes with help from people in the chat. Thank you again, Mark, and thank you to everybody that chimed in whenever I was struggling. That's what this channel is all about. You know, it's not I'm no pro. I don't know everything, but I can guarantee you if I don't know the answer, there's a lot of smart people in my chat that do. And that's why I rely on you guys to have my back on stuff. So thank you. Appreciate it. Hey, Roski, thank you. Hey, Kenny, thank you. Sorry, I'm trying to catch up. Yeah, she's still wearing the cone of shame, if you can't tell, and I'm trying to keep her away from everything. Wow, 24 of you guys here tonight. Thank you so much on a Saturday night. And I've got the stream going on the TV, so I can kind of see what you guys are seeing. So if it starts jacking up in any way, shape, or form, you know, we shouldn't have any issues. Thank you to the mayor at Gale Force Raceway. I noticed he was going live and had a lot of stuff going on. Like I said, all these alerts to all these channels that I have subscriptions to had my phone just blowing up today. And so, I mean, I knew this stuff was going on. I was just in no way, shape, or form or in a position to be able to watch. And I'm trying to struggle to keep my dog away from all the stuff that's back there right now. There we go. Just lay down right here. Lay down. Yeah. Just like every dog, she decides not going to. Hey, thank you, Sean. I'd appreciate that. Yeah, if we could match the number of people watching with a number of thumbs up, that'd be awesome. Yeah, thank you guys. Thank you. Appreciate that. Sorry, if you can see, this is my German Shepherd right here. This is the one that's been given the cone of shame, and she really wants to go back here, but there's wires, and she doesn't understand that Daddy doesn't want her back there again after the last fiasco that we had, because Daddy just now got it. There we go. Just got everything fixed from the last time she had a little adventure underneath the track. So I'm doing my best to keep her out. Oh, so much. So I know I'm going to be up late tonight, trying to catch up on a lot of stuff that a lot of people put out. Don't be surprised if you get an extra thumbs up or an extra view or something like that. I don't know that I'm going to be able to sit there and comment on every single person's video, but if I can, I will. Because like I said, I know that helps the algorithms to help YouTube push it out there to maybe new people that have never seen it. And based on to give you an example, I've had almost 6,000 views on my videos in the last 28 days. And then now all of a sudden I'm up over 1,000 subscribers. So it's all about getting your channel out there in one way, shape, or form. And obviously the support of the people that actually go ahead and hit that bell, that means a lot. And then the people that go that next step and become members, you know what I'm saying? So it takes a village to raise somebody or whatever. Well, it takes a village to raise this channel. And so far I've got all of you to think where I'm at, and just hold on, because we're not stopping here. All right. See, I'm sorry I'm pausing, but I like to try to keep up with you guys, because if it goes too far, it goes out of my reading capability without me trying to play with the computer. And once I'm up and live and everything kind of looks good, I don't want to, poke the bear. Hey, there's Laura. Hey, everybody, tell Laura congratulations. She's the winner of her awesome car. Here's your car, Laura. I have tuned this baby to scream, and I'm not going to give away the times just yet, but let's just say that it's over a second faster than it was. And you're going to be very happy when you get this car and the associated parts. And be sure and tell her congratulations, guys, because her and her boyfriend normally watch the channel on the TV. And so she doesn't normally join in the chat, but I begged her to try to come in tonight so I could tell her congratulations and thank her again for her support. I appreciate it. So you've got a really awesome car, and you're going to get to see it run on my track live tonight. And that's the really awesome part. To everybody else, being able to share in your prize winning, because they'll get to see what kind of badass car you actually won, even though it's going to be on your track and not theirs. Thank you guys for telling her that. I appreciate you. Like I said, this isn't a channel competition between any of us that are creators at all. We all bring something unique to the channel and stuff like that. And my goal here is, like every other creators, is just to have a place to have a different, unique point of view and something different. And all of our channels do that. And so that's why I still encourage everybody. Just because I'm at 1,000 doesn't mean I can stay there, because people unsubscribe all the time. Trust me, it's like the stock market, more like this sometimes. But irregardless, so I appreciate everybody that has subscribed to get me to this 1,000 point, and I hope that I can retain those 1,000, and then with your 1,000, we can double that and get to 2,000, and just keep it going. You know what I'm saying? And then, like I said, I am a man of my word, and my members found this out earlier tonight. But I said once I got to 1,000 subscribers, we would have our 1,000 subscriber giveaway, because that was the contest, the race for 1K, and we hit the 1K. I am so happy, guys. I woke up this morning, and the first thing I do every day is check my channel, because I have a lot of views on Friday nights. And I was really close when I went to bed, and I was praying that I crossed over. And literally, when I went and finally got to my channel, it said 1K even. So 1,000 even. I was telling the girl that cuts my hair, and she goes, "Oh, I forgot to subscribe to your channel." Well, I'll do it right now. And so she's literally the 1,001. So Amy, if you are watching, thank you for joining in. Hey, Laura. Well, no problem. Steph was Steffi and Mike. She won a Mustang on a Viper. She won a Viper. And then that introduced her boyfriend and soon to be husband. Congratulations, Mike and Steph, on the pending prenuptials. And anyway, so I gained two good friends out of one person watching the channel. And so thank you, Laura, for your support. And I hope your boyfriend supports the channel too. And I gained another person supporting the channel out of someone else. And if you know other people that might be interested in the hobby, send them our way. Tell them, the more the merrier. I try to answer every single comment. It may take me a little bit to get to them all. I think the last time I answered 75 in one night, and I don't just copy and paste. I try to make an actual comment to each individual person. So it's not just a bland, blanket thank you. I actually, go into it and try to thank each individual person in some unique way. So I appreciate all the comments, and I do give them back whenever I can. Good question, Slotcar enthusiast, Dave. I started out with my very first set ever was Tyco, and I had my very first set car ever up there. It's an old Chaparral. The number 66 white one still doesn't have the wing. In fact, I painted it orange. I'll dig it out. But then my very next track I got was an AFX, and from that point forward, that's all I've owned up until when I started in 2016. I started getting back into slot cars, and then that's when I started buying Tyco tracks and older AFX tracks to collect. Just a complete, if I had the cars and I wanted the track, because a lot of times you can pick up the tracks for next to nothing if they don't have the cars. And if I already have the cars, then I've got it all. And so I've got several sets that way. So I've got a little bit of both. But the first track was ever a Tyco. Then from then on, I've been an Aurora AFX guys. I went from the Aurora where the old the clips on the edge, they had the little hooks, and those things would always freaking break off, and you had to try to buy the clips to try to hold your piece of track together. And then they went to the new style track, and then you had to buy a adapter piece to go with your new style track. I mean, yeah, it's crazy. And as you guys can see here, we had several cars that my members voted on tonight to auction off. And just to give you a heads up, these are the cars that they've decided that they want to see on the auction block tonight, both the Mustangs and 2 Porsches. And then we also have the Runner full tilt Mega G Plus. And like I say, Runner, because you can see there, it's got some stuff marks on the back, and it's missing the wing. Still has the roll bar. The front end still not been glued on or anything. It's still good. But I consider this one a Runner, and they figured that maybe somebody out there would want to see a car on the track run, because these 4 cars are in such pristine shape. I mean, if you want to run them, you can. They're your car. You do with them what you want. But these are some cars that would look good on somebody's collector's shelf. And Rick, if you're there, you can help me out. I know this Mustang's a 3, and I know this Mustang's a 2. I think that 9 Porsche is a 3 or a 4, and I think this one's a 2 or a 3. You'll have to help me out there, Rick. I'd appreciate it if you could. Rich, sorry. So these are the 5 cars we're doing tonight, based on what they wanted to. Just to give you a heads up of maybe future auctions, depending on what they want to pick. I have what I would consider a shelf queen for this one, or Runner if you wanted to. 2 of these would be considered shelf queens. That would be Tommy Racing Turbo, Super Racing Turbo. I consider that a shelf queen. That's a 3 on the Tyco collector scale with a correct brand new 440, not *2, 440 chassis, an Aurora Can-Am L&M Magna traction. What I consider the highlight of the cars that are up for sale right now, and that's a Mega G Plus, or I'm sorry, a Mega G version. Notice the bigger front wing on a Mega G chassis, and it's the number 1, and that's the one I would consider to be the collector out of all, the big high dollar one. But the rest of these are going to be really reasonably priced. And if I remember correctly, almost all cars are Runner. Yeah, no, Rick, that's just it. And the Slot Car League of Champions, I'm right there with you. See, I've got cars that people would look at and go, "Why are you running that?" And I know that I would sell these cars to people and go, "Why would you run in that?" Because as the collector in me, but as the racer in me, I know if you buy it to race, you're going to race it. It doesn't matter if it's a collectible or not. And then, damage be damned, so to speak. I get it. I'm looking right at that one of 1,000 Escorts right there. That there's no way that thing should have ever been popped out of the bubble pack and put on the track as a collector. And then I put a Viper chassis underneath it. So, Miller Porsche. Oh yeah, thank you, Kenny. Yeah, yeah. No, I actually sold one of those. I think Ryburn was the lucky winner of that one. If he's here tonight, if he is, I'm sorry I missed you. So last week I mentioned that I had a subscriber on the channel, Steve, and I'm not going to give his last name. He reached out to me and asked me if I would give my honest opinion on some rims. He makes aluminum rims for like Tycos, and as an example. And so he sent me a set of his rims, and I just want to show those off real quick because they're pretty kick-ass, to be quite honest. And once I get his information, I'll be able to share that so that you guys could look at the different styles that he has and what kind of a difference it would make in your car. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to show you the factory wheels. That's a new old stock Tyco, and those red wheels are what would come on it normally. And then those are his aluminum wheels. So, I mean, even if you wanted to run it around the track, look how much better that car looks. And these are runnable wheels. He's got them pressed on rims, and yeah, it's those are great. Here, I'm going to try to get the camera to focus in. And once I get his information, there we go. Once I get his information, I'll get it out to you guys. But just keep that in mind. You know, this is a guy that's doing this on the side. Really good looking stuff, high quality. I mean, they're on there true, they're straight. You know, I can highly recommend them. I'll put it that way. And just changed the whole look of that car by taking those plastic red off and made it look like a gasser to me personally. So thank you again, Steve, for sending those out. I appreciate it. If you're watching tonight, and if you're not watching tonight and watching later, thank you again. Good, made that car good looking. So obviously, I'll be selling this car, but not with these rims. I just wanted to give you guys an example of what he had there because he'd sent it to me. I told him I would show them to everybody out there and get his information out there. So you guys, if we're interested, could buy him. And then, you know, that's a big change in a car. You know what I'm saying? So if you're into the looks as well as the hauling ass, then be sure and check out next week because I'm going to have his information on how to contact him and get your own set and then look at the other sets that he has for sale. Are they balanced? That's something that I would have to reach out to him for. I do know that when I ran the chassis up and down my track, it was as smooth as glass. I mean, it just like actually better than the factory pressed on plastic rims, you know, because some of those can be a little wobbly, and that it was smooth as glass. So, you know, he wanted me to test them because he also wanted something that could be used as well as look good, and so that's what I did. You know, that's why I'm giving my honest opinion out there. You know, if I wasn't going to dog on him in any way, shape, or form because I appreciate anything that anybody sends me, let alone some kick-ass add-ons to your car. You know, because I know I've got a specific car that I want to put those on that's on the shelf. Hey, Ryburn, I was talking about you. So, Rotsky, I'll find that out and I'll know next Saturday night if you're able to make it. And if you can't make it live, then just watch it whenever you can and you'll know because I'll put that answer out there. These aren't from Viper. No, I'm not sure. This gentleman watches the channel, and he makes these himself. Now he may use some Viper parts to make the rear ends and stuff, the axles, and but as far as the rims goes, those are all his. Like I said, it's changed the whole look of the car. Plus they shine and they reflect. Pretty cool stuff. So Rich, have you dug out the book for me? I mean, I got mine right here, but I figured I'd not bore everybody. Yeah, see, I've never actually considered changing other than to putting like Delrons on, or if you watched Dan's live feed Monday night when Mark Slotcar Garage was on there and he was talking about his silicone over sponge tires, and I had him show those rims because if you'll notice, those rims are a bigger diameter, and that's so they don't have they can control the amount of sponge that they put on those. So that's their way of controlling the tire height with that and putting the silicone on there. So that's how, and yeah, they worked out the math and the gear ratios and stuff like that. But he's right; those are the best tires that you can get, and they're also the most expensive tires that you can get. Yes, you have it out. Okay, so you can help me verify. This is a 2, right? And this is a 3. And then I'm not too sure on these two. I think this is a 3 or a 4, and I think this is a 2 or a 3. But you tell me. Because like I said, I encourage people to watch tonight, even if you're not going to be buying or bidding, because I like giving history on the cars and stuff like that. And I'm hoping Rich can help me out here by putting it in the chat so that people can actually see some of the exclusivity of maybe some of the cars. And oh, forgot to get the battery over here. When I try to get close to the camera, I can't hold the damn, because the guide pin keeps knocking it off the. Oops. Oh, hey, yeah. Let me see. Oh, I thought this one had the bulb in it. This one should have a lighted, and it's not. Just so you know. See, she's a runner. Just got to be able to hold it down without the body on there. I don't want to put my big paw print on it. So while doing that, yeah, I was going to say, I thought this one was the lighted one. Lighted runner with a lighted body. Curve hugger chassis. This Porsche, Rich can tell me if I'm wrong, but I don't think it was supposed to come with the 440 X2 chassis. I thought it was just the HP7. Irregardless, it's a runner too. And get the. Come on. HP7 needs tail lights. Yeah, no, I agree. AFX made those, but not Tyco, to my knowledge. There we go. So you can see it's got the correct gold wheels, and it's a runner. But like he mentioned there, it should be on the HP7 chassis, and it's not. But it's on what I consider a running chassis, a runner, because that one's not in. Hardly been used, and this car is in great shape. Yep. So we know that one runs. I'm just going to go ahead and. '88 through '90. Cool. 4. Okay, cool. Thanks, Rich. I knew it was a 3 or a 4. Bulb doesn't work on it, but it's a runner. Another curve hugger chassis underneath the Porsche. And then there you can see the Mega G Plus works too. So all 5 of the cars have ran with the 7 of the 9-volt battery here. So they should do a lot better with some real voltage underneath them on a track. And I don't put them on the track in fear of damaging a car I was getting ready to sell that may be in some really good shape. Tyco Pro, curve hugger, and lighted. Okay, cool. A 4. Okay. The yellow Porsche. This is a 4 and this is a 4. Yes. Okay, cool. I thought so. Like I said, it's been a day, and I didn't want to bore everybody by digging through the book. So thank you, sir. I appreciate your help with that. Very much so. And there's another channel, and I've mentioned it once, and I'll mention it again. That's a man that has a slot car collection of Tycos that rivals mine. So if you're impressed with my Tyco collection, you need to check out Rich's. Rich has some very, very exclusive Tyco cars, and some stuff that you would be hard pressed to find that look any better than what's already in this magazine. Very, very impressive collection, my friend. Yes, Tyco Museum. I concur that very much so. So those are the cars we'd be selling. Obviously, I got some new in the package stuff. We have a Hot Wheels Racing Ferrari that'll be auctioned off down the road. Jeremy Mayfield, Ford Taurus, got a black Viper, got a yellow Miata, maybe for the mayor. Little race car driver, even got a little mare in it. Got a couple of the extreme racing cars, one of the Porsches that I think that, what do they call that one? Can't remember the name of the race set. Help me out there, Slotcar League of Champions. Yeah, but anyway, it's the extreme racing version of that, whatever that is. Got a Johnny Benson, Jeff Burton, Mark Martin, and that back there is the collector's Cars and Crew Hot Wheels Kyle Petty. And once we get to the night that we auction that off, then I'll explain why it's a collector. Marry me, that paint me out. And you can see right here, this is the sister car to the one Laura one that we're going to see on the track tonight. Yay! I already know what the times are, but I'm going to remind everybody again. So I'm going to do another just video of me building this car, but it's going to be with these same parts. And I'm going to list the part numbers and what they cost me at the time that I purchased it, because I keep all my receipts for tax purposes. So I'll know exactly what I have in these, taxes, shipping included. So I'll put all the prices, and I'll do another video of the build, but you'll be getting another car like this, and we'll auction off the one that I built in the video next week. So that one's going to be one of the 5 for sure next week, and you'll get to see what it's going to run like this week. Thank you to Laura's generosity for letting me hold on to it for a little while longer so I could show everybody the improvements that were made. Doomsday, there it is. See, I just couldn't, right there on the tip of my tongue, couldn't spit it out. Thank you, sir. There's another channel you guys need to go check out. He's whooping out the Kraken again. Talk about a huge track. All right. Hey, all 35 of you that decided to show up on a Saturday night, I appreciate it. Before we got started with the auction tonight, I got to pull up the phone here and do this. So my members got to pick which phone or which cars we were going to auction off tonight. But I'm going to let my subscribers pick which car we auction in which order. So, you guys, if you have a preference on which one of the 5 you want to see go first, second, third, fourth, fifth, when we get to that point, I'll let you guys put it in the chat if you're so inclined, and then that's the one we'll start with. And I'll take all the other cars off besides that one, get it close up there. We'll dig out the book, get the exact years on stuff if needed. But Rich pretty much covered it. And then we'll let the auction begin. Once again, if this is your first time ever been to Scott's House of HO Racing, one of my live auctions, first off, no pressure to purchase, buy, bid on anything. This is just something I do to try to offer what I consider decent deals or a decent starting price for a car compared to what you would pay on eBay after you had to pay taxes and sometimes those exorbitant, stupid shipping costs that people try to get for something that doesn't weigh, a quarter ounce. So how it works is I will pick out a car, I'll describe a little bit about it, then I'll tell you what the auction price starts at, and then I'll put up my timer, and then I'll have it on there for 5 minutes. If nobody bids on the car when we get to the 2-minute mark, then I just stop the auction. I'm not sitting here to push a car on anybody. So if you're thinking you want to wait till the very end and no one else is bidding, then don't wait till after 2 minutes, because I'll throw that out there. I don't want to waste people's time on if nobody's interested in a car. If you're watching this later and you don't see a car that gets sold and you're interested in it, then I'll have my contact information. It should be down directly below in the description of this video, ScottDanielMO@gmail.com. And then you can reach out to me, first come, first serve. If it hasn't sold, via email, timestamp, they will get the offer to buy the car if it doesn't sell on the live stream. So there's a couple of different ways to participate and get maybe a car that you wanted to get, but you didn't want to pay those eBay fees, prices, or the stupid shipping that some of those guys charge. Plus, you just saw every single car runs. And like I said, before we start the auction, I do show any flaws. I also offer a 100% money back guarantee on the car itself. I do not refund the shipping. I apologize. I'd go negative in the hole. I couldn't do that. But if you get the car and you're not happy with it, you ship it back to me. As soon as I get it in the condition I know I shipped it to you in, then I refund your money the very same way that you paid it to me via PayPal. And that's how I take payment, is directly through PayPal. So you're covered under their insurance as well as my personal handshake, what I call guarantee, with any purchase of your car. And there's several people in my chat tonight that have purchased cars from me, and knock on wood, not a one of them has ever returned any. And I'm thankful for that. And they obviously know that I'm a man of my word, and I tell everything that's wrong with the car. So you should pretty much know what you're getting when you get it. But if for some reason you don't want it when you do get it, no hassle, no skin off my back, no hard feelings. That's the way friends help friends out. So, that's how the auction works. Canadian freight. Yeah, no, it didn't. It wasn't that expensive, Rich. It all depends. Like Dan was saying right there, and if you those of you that missed it, you don't ship anything to Canada via UPS. You send it through the postal service, and regrettably, sometimes it takes a little longer because it goes on a scenic tour of Antarctica or the North Pole, the Arctic, before it comes back down to just over the U.S. border in Canada, which is to Slot Valley Racing. So it's crazy how some of the cars I've shipped to Canada have seen more of the world than I've ever seen. But I have shipped cars to Australia. I've had shipped cars to England, Mexico, South America. Actually shipped one to Japan. So wherever you are in the world, if you want to pay the shipping to get it there, I'll do the cheapest I can do to get it there, and you'll pay exactly what it is. I don't charge any extra fees, boxing, none of that crap. I got plenty of boxes from ordering stuff to get in. I can pack it really nice and make sure it gets to you in one piece. Santa hopped it up. Now that'd be cool if we could get it to go out that way. So before we got started, did anybody want me to show off a specific car? Is there a specific one that you want to know something more about? Is there one on the table that you see that you want me to hold up to the camera, maybe for a future auction? If not, then I'm going to tell everybody that is interested in participating. You're going to tell me how we're going to start the auction, which car, and then we'll get started. Yeah, see, I have a lot in the Asia area, what I consider the what we call the Southern Pacific Asia region, Dan, Malaysia, Taiwan. Yeah. So, yep. Rich's Slot Car Room says Turbo Stang. Hey, G-Bud, thank you for showing up, man. Thank you for your support. Dealer's choice. Oh, hey, thanks, Ryber. Well, no, this is where you guys get to participate. I usually pick all the time. And like I said, I'm just trying to get more interactive with my channel so people want to actually join in live and then know that I'm reading and watching, and they can participate and feel like they're part of the channel. So this is where you guys pick. You tell me. That's why I let the members pick the cars we were auctioning tonight, is their benefit for being a member and your guys' benefit of being a subscriber to the channel or viewing it live, whichever the case may be. Hopefully you're a subscriber. If not, please hit that bell. But then you get to participate and pick out which car we get to start off with first. Close up of the 962. Yes, sir. Here, I'll pick off the others. Now you'll notice, okay, so here, I'm just going to show you guys now, since it's in a rare moment of focus. Notice how you can read the tampo there where it says BBS, right? Okay, so on the other side, it's not damaged. The tampo was put on there crooked, and I'm hoping it can. There we go. See that? It's put on crooked. But you can see the BF Goodrich is still there. Yeah, this one's in great shape. It's got gold wheels. It should have an HP7 chassis. Thank you to Rich's Slot Car Room. And it doesn't. It's got a running 440 X2, but it does have the correct gold rims on both front and rear. Good looking car. This is the one that Rich's Slot Car Room wanted to see, so I'll just get it up here. I know this one is a 3 in the collector's world. This is on a lighted curb hugger chassis. And I just showed earlier that the light bulb still works. This one's in great shape. See the reflection in the plastic, and I've got diffusers on those lamps. Here, let me get it up there. Hey, Adam, thank you for showing up, man. Let's see here. Not too bad. Here, I'll put it back up here again for you. Like I said, I'm not going to hide anything. Let's see if we can get it to focus. See, it kind of breaks up where the body gets rough right there. You can see the roughness. That's the body itself, in case you guys ever wondered. There we go. So it's not too bad. And then this is the one that Rich's Slot Car Room wanted to see. I've learned if I get the thing close enough, then it forces it to focus. No. I don't put them on the track. I just show them off on the with the battery that they run. Like I said, I don't want to damage a car that I'm getting ready to sell. And plus, a lot of these have their old original tires on them. And this is on a lighted chassis. And like I said, if you saw earlier, the bulb does work still. So that's pretty impressive. In the slot car collector world, Rich let us know that this is a 3. Hey, Obituary. So this is a great little car. Oh, we're going to Slot Car League of Champions. Like I said, you got here a little late, but Laura, the contest winner for the 500 subscribers giveaway, she was gracious enough to be patient for me to do the video live tonight so I can show you guys the car running live. So when we get done with the auction, I'm going to run a few laps on the track, turn on the timing system, obviously. I'm going to kill this light. And that way, hopefully, you guys can get a better view of the car running on the track itself. I know you're not going to be able to see the TV with the lap times, but I'll be able to rip them off to you so you can see the car running and hear me tell you what the lap times are. But let's just put it this way. It was a huge improvement. Number 3 in the book. Yep, there we go, Rich. Thank you for verifying that for me. And what's unique about this one is anybody that's a collector would know. Notice this is why my show off track. The dog got a hold of it when he was a puppy, and the light still works, and it's the original bulb. Yeah. So, all right. So, Richard Slot. Oh, here, I'll get a. Let me do this obituary real quick. So I'll point out the reason why this one's so unique. Okay, so A, it's the Hot Wheels version of the Kyle Petty. There's 2 versions of this. The non-Hot Wheel version is the one that has the metallic car. This is the one with the dull blue paint, and then you'll notice it has Red Lobster on the trunk lid. There we go. Yeah, Red Lobster, there it is. So that's why this is the collector version, because they made a ton of the others, but they didn't make a lot of these with the Hot Wheels. Plus, it's a unique version of that car, and I can show you because I have one of them right here. Like I said, this isn't all about the auction, guys. This is all, some education too, because some people are never going to bid on these cars, but maybe they don't know the history on some of them. So this is the other version of this car. Okay, so now you've seen this one, so now I'm going to point out the differences. This is the common one. This is the one you can find everywhere. Notice how the paint's all sparkly and it's all nice and pretty. And it's a different shade, and the Hot Wheels thing on the side's a little different, and there's nothing on the trunk lid. And this is brand new. So here. You can buy these a dime a dozen, so to speak. Yeah, there we go. This is the cheaper version, so to speak. This is the one that's the collector. So there you go. But regrettably, my members didn't pick that one tonight. So we're going to start off with this bad boy right here. Oh yeah, I'm all about the Red Lobster there, Robert. Right now, my budget can't afford frozen fish sticks. Still got to get the dog to the vet. Get that surgery done. All right. Okay, so before we get started with the auction, we're starting with this one per Rich's vote with Rich's Slotcar room. This is a 3 curve hugger, lighted, very good shape. Bulb still works. Chassis still runs. Not very well, but it still runs. Well, with a 7-volt battery. So that's where we're going to start. That's because fish sticks don't come in HO scale. Yeah. Although Kenny, one of the subscribers on the channel, was kind enough to send me a link to the Amazon real quick to get a 1/64th John Wick and shooting a gun. So yeah, it's in my cart. I've just got to complete the purchase. I got some other things I want to do in there, but so I'm going to have me a little miniature John Wick on my diorama. So it's pretty cool. So unless anybody's got some questions on the Mustang here, and I'm a Mustang guy, we're going to start the auction. So how it works, like I said, I'm going to start the auction at 5 minutes, and I'll just periodically keep holding up the phone so I'll look in there and I'll rip off the bid if there is one. If there is no bid, when this thing gets down to 2 minutes, then the auction's over. We'll just save it for another day. And that's okay. Like I said, no pressure to bid, buy anything. I appreciate you guys just stopping in to watch, maybe learn a little something about a car in between and just, or have some fun with us. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate everybody for stopping in. No pressure to buy anything ever from me. That's not the intent. It's my intent is to get good cars out there into other people's hands. I may look like a hoarder, but if I've got one good one, then that's really all I need if they're really old and collectible like this one is. And so I get them out there to other people to enjoy. $50 if no one bids. Oh well. How about I do you this, Rich? I was gonna, like I said, I'm out to help my friends that help my channel. So let's start the auction right now. And you know what kind of rarity this is and what kind of shape it's in, and you know I'll take care of anybody on my channel. But I was going to start at $40. So $40 is the bid on this bad boy to start. So we know what Rich is going to go to. But if no one else bids on it, Rich, then it's going to be yours for $40. But if no one goes over 50, then it's going to be yours. So, okay. Okay. So we got the official. So slot car enthusiast, you've got $40 on the bid right now, and then Rich, if you want to get in there, it's still under the 50. You know what I'm saying? You can still do it if you want to. But okay, there we go. So Rich is at his $50 for this. Great example. And I'll quit flopping this stuff around. If there's something you want to see specifically on the car, I can try to put the phone down and zoom in on it. You know, 52. Okay. Thank you guys. Appreciate it. Like I said, all the money that I make gets me other cars to buy to get you guys to offer up, and I'm trying to get this thing to focus. Rich went up to 75. Thank you, sir. This is a really cool car. Out to Rich. Okay. Well, okay, so I do this with everybody. Dave, thank you for joining in. Rich, unless somebody's going to bid more than $75, I'm not going to torture everybody for another 3 minutes. If you do want to bid more than $75, you've got 1 minute, because I'm going to stop it at the 2-minute mark. Yeah, I don't see anybody doing that, but I don't want to presume to know anybody else's wants or needs. And I don't want people to think that I'm playing favorites. You know what I'm saying? This is open to everybody. Great looking car, buddy. I mean, if you end up getting this, you're not going to be disappointed. I look forward to seeing a video of this car in your case. I'll put it that way. Okay, so when that gets to the 2 minutes, so 26 seconds away, if no one goes more, then we're stopping it right there. And Rich just got him a badass Mustang. He knows what I'm talking about. He's a collector like I am, and he loves his Tycos. So, all right, 9, 8, 7. This is a good one to have, my friend. I wouldn't, yeah. There it is. Congratulations, Rich's Slot Car Room. You are the first auction night winner of an awesome 79 Mustang Turbo lighted Tyco curve hugger chassis with the original bulb that lights up. So congratulations, sir. ScottDanielMO at gmail.com in the description below. Shoot me an email with your address and stuff, and then I can shoot you the invoice with the exact shipping cost to your front door, and then we'll get you taken care of. So thank you to both the guys that bid on this car. Don't worry, I'm always on the lookout for Mustangs. So if Dave, if you want another Mustang like this, don't be depressed, because I'm always on the lookout, and I'll have another one here for auction soon. So congratulations, Rich. Okay, so that leaves us 4 cars, and I'm going to stick them back up here so you guys can look. No, this is Rich's car now. All I do is show they run with the battery, Robert, and then after that, I don't touch them because I don't want to mess up something that somebody just purchased. Especially, I know that's going in his collection, and I don't know that it's going to hit the track. Um, and I don't presume to know what anybody's going to do with their cars. I just want them to get them the way that they got it, way it was shown right here. So don't wreck it. No, I'm not putting it on the track. Nope, 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 nope. Because it's still got those original tires on it, my friend. And you know as well as I do, those things are like hard rubber slicks. So, it would probably sit there and do a little burnout for a while, get to the first corner and then barrel roll. And I'm not doing that to your car. I'm not going to do that. I did that to one of my Firebirds I showed you guys last week because I was warming up the track, and I got the one out that had the lights on because I wanted to see it zoom around the track, and it sit there and did a burnout, and I was chuckling about it. Then it hooked up finally for some reason, and then shot off towards the corner, and yeah, flop roll. And I was like, oh God, please don't break brittle plastic. All right, so once again, this is where you don't have to be a member of the Scott's House of HO Racing to participate in this part. This is where any subscriber, this is my way of saying, hey, join in with the fun. Now's your guys' pick. What do you want to see auctioned off next? You want to see the Mega G Plus, the more rare exclusive, although it does not have the lighted chassis underneath it. It does have the correct chassis, but there is no bulb. This is a 2 on the collector's rating. The Porsche, and then the other Porsche is what we have left. 962. Okay. Least rare to most rare. Okay, no, that's a good call. So we can get rid of the Mustang because we know that there's not a 2 else on here. And I'll get rid of the Runner. And this is just a standard curve hugger on this Porsche. So we had this one called out specifically, and I think those are both 4. Rich's Slotcar room can correct me if I'm wrong, but this is a 4. I kind of already zoomed in all that stuff. I'm not going to put you guys to that blurry mess again, but this one's on a running 440 X2 ×2 chassis, which is not the original chassis. So if you're a collector, the body's in great shape, and it does have some little wobbles in the tampo where there's ribs in the side of the body there. And I'll try to get it up there again. But other than that, this and that little mark where they did the tampo crooked up there on the corner. Like I said, I point out all the flaws. I'm not out to burn anybody. Other than that, the body's in perfect shape. And it's got the correct gold wheels on it. So it would look like it played the part if it was going in your collection. If not, you could slap some oil on it, put some tires on it, go out and put it on the track and have some fun. Yes, it's a 4. All right. Hey, man, thank you for the help. Saves me from boring everybody with me digging through my book. So there it is. So unless we have some more questions, I'm going to start this one off. Yeah. Good looking car. And this one, a lot of these you get, just so you know, what to look for if you're not wanting to bid tonight. You're wanting to make sure all the tampo's there. So a lot of times the stuff that's on these top fenders is worn off. Like what was asked about the BF Goodrich, and that's because that's where people grab the cars. And then, believe it or not, you got to worry about that back wing because that's a separate wing, and it can be broken. Oh, see, there you go. Rich is willing to put the correct chassis underneath that for you. He's willing to wheel and deal. So buy the car, and if you want to make it a shelf queen and put the correct chassis underneath it, all you got to do is just snap these tires and wheels off, put it underneath his HP7 chassis, put it underneath that body, and you're good to go. Yeah, no, they're good ones. Hey, Jeff, thank you for showing up tonight. So, all right, well, if nobody has any other questions, let's get this show on the road. So let me get I know people want to see that car, and I know Laura wants to watch her car go around the track, and I want to show you guys how well her car goes around the track to give you an idea of what you'll be bidding on next Saturday night when I sell the second one, the sister car that she won. So this one here, just like the last one, just like every single time I sell, except for that Miller, I start these 962s at $35 if they're in really good shape, like this one. This could be a runner. This could be a shelf queen. Either way, if you put the right chassis underneath it. If you want to get the HP7, you can contact Rich's Slot Car Room, and you can have you a shelf queen. If you want a runner, you've got it right here. So bidding starts at $35 plus shipping to your door right now. So, and if we get down to the 2-minute mark and no one's placed a bid for at least $35, then we just put it back over there for another auction at a later date. Okay, cool. Got a couple bidders. Sorry, my arm was in the way. So G-Bud 14's at 36. Okay, cool. Got 2 bidders. So we're going to keep it going until someone says they're out. Oh, Francisco jumps in. I got 3 bidders. So you can see by the reflection in the glass, there's no scratches in it. That's what I'm saying. This thing's I mean, I know it's got the wrong chassis underneath it, but this thing's in really good shape. So really good. So Francisco's at 40 and we got 4 minutes. I'm looking up at the TV screen to kind of see what the picture is that you guys are seeing. So good old 440 chassis hanging on. Dell's at 42. Okay, Rich. I almost had me another Miller the other night, buddy. Almost, but they went into never land as far as Scott was concerned. Once I said, sometimes people get on eBay and then they just lose their mind. And I wish I had money to lose my mind. I have to watch every dollar and dime that I spend. So great car. So we're at 42 right now with 3 minutes left. Thank you, Dell, for being a member of the channel. People that are watching, if you want to know, 43. If you're wanting to know the people that are with stars next to their names in the chat, they're actual members of Scott's House of HO Racing. While we are going down to the 2-minute mark, I'll just reiterate that if you want to join the fan club, you can get in for 99 cents a month. If you jump up to $5 a month, then you get to join the pit crew. And that also gets you a 5% discount on auction cars. And then if you want to jump up to the partner stage, then that gets you everything below, as well as a 10% discount on auction cars. So when it hits 100, laugh and have another beer. Yeah. Nope. I lost to Harry Gant today, man. I wanted that thing so bad. Nope. Like I said, guys, I only have a certain dollar amount, and once it hits there, I have to stop on my personal bids. Just like everybody does. We all have a wallet. We all have to eat, albeit sometimes it's sandwiches and soup for me. Great car. So minute 40, and we're at 43, 46. It just went up. G-Bud 14's at 46. I can tell you there's about a 4-second delay from my clock to what the video showing up on YouTube on my screen. So G-Bud 14's at $46. You'll drink to anything. This is a good looking car. I can see why you guys are bidding on it so hard. And don't worry, like I said, guys, I've sold 4 of these now on my channel, so I'm always on the lookout for these cars. So once I get another example, I'll get it out there. So less than a minute. Out to G-Bud, okay? So G-Bud, I think there's only 2 other people that were in bidding. Thank you again for joining in and participating, Dave. Like I said, don't worry, buddy. I always look for these cars because I know people want them. $30 seconds. Right now, G-Bud 14 is at $46. $46. $10 seconds. no, that's a good buy for one that's in this shape. There it is. Congratulations, G-Bud14. It's yours for $46. Good buy, man. Got you a good runner or a shelf queen. And once again, if you did want to put the correct HP7 chassis underneath it, get a hold of Rich's slot car room and he can get you one of those. And then you just have to pop off those rims, put on these rims, and if they're not already gold, and then yours would be a dead ringer for the brand new car. So goodbye. And thank you to everybody that did bid. Yeah, everybody, I mean, even if you don't bid, tell him congratulations, because if you like these Porsches like a lot of us do in this channel, he got a good one. And that's a good one right there. So congratulations. Okay, so we're down to the final three, but someone mentioned let's go least to most rare. So the next one would be this Porsche. Rich, yeah, the gold and white, believe it or not, and because the gold ones can also come with the red and the black. This is what I call the sister car version that I kind of showed the other night that got broke. So yeah, they played with them both ways, is what I've seen in pictures. So you know, yeah. Oh no, I love these Porsches. That's why I try to reach out. Mine is white. Yeah, see, I've got two of them, and one's white and one's gold. So Miller's, yeah, Miller for sure has gold wheels. I've never seen it. I've seen people try to sell it off as original, but the OG one that I know of only had gold wheels on it to match the body. But back to this bad boy. Rich's slot car room also mentioned that this one is a 4. This is a Carrera. This is on a curb hugger chassis, running curb hugger chassis. The big thing that you got to look for in these, besides the obvious normal wear and tear, you know, the chipped wing, the glass being broken out, would be your tampo here, because that's an actual sticker. Yeah, there we go. You can see it's kind of got nicked right there, but you can still read the word Carrera. And same way there. And that's the two stickers that are. So this is on a lighted chassis, but the bulb does not light up on this one. So, and I don't think the bulb's even in this one. I pulled it out earlier. Yeah, no, the bulb's in it. It just doesn't light up. I don't think. Here, let's pull it out again. Yeah, that's what I thought. No, running chassis, but the bulb's dead. So just know that going in, the bulb is still there, but it does not work if you do want to buy this. To curb hugger, respectively. Cool, thanks, Rich. Hey, G-Bud, all right, you're in good company. No, Rich and I both, we love our Tycos. For availability, yep, that's both Porsches. I think this one's a 4 too, right, Rich? So this one could be a runner. This one could be a shelf queen. If you wanted to put the bulb in it and make it run around the track, you could do that too. Put some new tires on it. You're definitely going to have to work on it though, because it doesn't run that well. It just barely moves the tires. So that tells me the motor brushes are about gone in that motor. Good question, obituary. 4 is here. I got it printed out, and I'll just show you. So the buyer's guide is like this, but we're talking about the Tyco guide as far as rarity goes, and a 1 is the most rare. I'll try to dig out that specific page. There we go. So you should be able to Yeah, there you go. You can read it. I'm looking at my TV, so oops. And Rich knows what I'm talking about. I've got a couple of zero cars. I think he does too. So 4 means common. Now, when they mean common, that just means that there were a lot of them made. But you got to remember when these were made. So, like he just put on there, um, if it was made 40 some odd years ago and it was common, that's one thing. But if it's been 40 plus years later, then there aren't that many of them around that are in really good shape. So that's why you got to kind of take the rating system as a kind of a guide and not the Bible per se that is set in stone or these are the 10 commandments. Because, like I said, that just because there were a lot of them made doesn't mean there's still a lot of them around. Condition, big factor. There it is. Oh yeah. No, I'll pull them all out of the case and then show you the ones that my zeros and my ones because I've got a few, and I know Rich's slot car room. I know he does too. So, well, let's get started with this auction so we can get these other 2 cars out of the way. This one, like I said, I'm only starting it at $30. This one's pretty common. You can find it on eBay for that price or less sometimes. But if no one wants it, like I said, it's no biggie. Once we get to the 3-minute mark, because I think I've offered this one before. But if it gets to the the 3-minute mark, so if 2 minutes have gone by and no one's bid $30, then we'll just put it away for another day. Oh, there we go, slot car Dave. All right, so we got our first bid, $30. Oh, okay. Well, we got 2 bidders for $30. Yeah, see, Rich, you know that. Please let me know if you think I'm starting these prices too high. But honestly, I think for the condition this car's in, considering what it is, uh, I think that's fair considering what you see on eBay, um, price wise. But I don't presume to know everything. So we got 2 people at $30. So we got a tie. So someone's going to have. We got a showdown. Oh, that don't work. Looking at my TV. Sorry. Like I said, there's a delay, so I got to freeze. Rich said you can have it. All right. Well, slot car enthusiast, Dave. I know your name. Yeah, that's what the kind of theme they went after. Oh no, like I said, I know people try to rake people over the coals, G Bud. That's why whenever I get a good deal, like I did on this one, I try to pass it along. That's what like I said, I'm out to build bridges to make more friends, and the best way you can do that is give them a good, fair, honest deal and the handshake guarantee, and that's what I do. I am old school, where a man's word was his word, and you honored it, and that's the way I am. So Dave, since no one else wants to bid on this, and we got down to the 3-minute mark, this is yours, buddy. So congratulations. Slot car enthusiast, as he's known on here. I know him as my member. So thank you for being a member of the channel. And you won your car for $30, my friend. And just so you guys know, that's like $3 profit because I paid after shipping and taxes. It was a little over 27 bucks. So see, I'm not out to rate people. If I can get you guys a good deal and I can pay it forward, then that's what I'm going to do. So it behooves you, if you're a slot car enthusiast, to watch these auctions because you will get a better deal for a car than you will find on eBay unless you just get lucky. I can't promise it, but I can do my best to make sure of it. So thank you guys for bidding, and thank you to everybody else that is even just watching. I appreciate it. So I'm going to save the Mega G Plus for last because obviously it's the only it's the only AFX thing going on for sale tonight. And we're going to end on the Tyco notes with the rare Mustang Cobra. And Rich's slot car room can back me up on this. This is a 2 in the collector world. The Cobra's in great shape. the words Cobra on the side. So it's not been worn off. It's got chrome rims from the factory. And it's on a curve hugger chassis that does not have the light bulb in it. There's no light. The chassis runs and it's set up for a bulb, but there is no bulb. So, you know, I am honest. It's got the correct chassis, but it should have a lighted bulb underneath, a bulb underneath it. Everything else is great, except for that one little detail. Did anybody have any questions on this bad boy here? I know it doesn't look like much, but that's the reason why it's a collector. It's not a lot of people bought them, so they didn't make a lot of them. So if you're not a Mustang fan, you probably could care less. If you're a collector, you know what I'm talking about. If you're not a collector, you could probably really care less too, unless you just want to put another chassis underneath it and watch it go ripping around the track. So the blue-green one is a 1. To the best of my knowledge, Rich. This is the silver gray. I believe they call it. Here, I think I can pull up the part number. I got my Mustangs labeled here. I forgot to turn off that. It's on page 17, number 7. Gray Red Cobra, 1980 only. Part number 6951. Availability of a 2. So not very rare, but rare. So it's not the rarest Tycos, but it's right underneath it. So yeah, it's a 2. Yeah. So there you go. Good looking car. So there we go. There's a little history on that Mustang. It was only made for 1 year. And I'm going to start this one off at $40 because I paid just under that for it. So if nobody wants it, that's fine. I get it. We'll save it for another day. Yeah, well, I need that one too, Rich. that one and that yellow one with the yellow and the green on it. Yeah. Yeah, I need that one too, my friend. So we'll start this one out at the big bad, like I said, $40 because this one is a rare car. And even though it doesn't have the light underneath it, I see people pay more than that for these silly things with the wrong chassis and the Cobra on the hood being rubbed off or on the sides being rubbed off. And this one is in excelente shape. Hey, Dave, thank you, sir. So Dave's at $40. And if we don't have a bid when that thing gets down to 3 minutes, then it's his. Like I said, I'm not here to torture people to watch a guy sling around a car. But if other people bid on it, then we'll keep going. If not, then it'll be his. This is a great version of this car if you are a collector. If you're not a collector and you just want something that looks like something from back in the day, you could actually see these on the street with that horrible Cobra on the hood. I feel tortured. All right, 9 seconds. If nobody else bids over the $40, and this one's also Dave's. Or Slotcar Enthusiast. I'm sorry, sir. I won't call you out by your name. There it is. It's his. Congratulations on another great car. You got a couple of awesome cars, my friend. Everybody that's bought a car not got an awesome car. He just got one more than everybody else so far. You're thinking of Slot Valley Racing and Troy with Slotcar Crazy with his one that's broke that he always has to poke around. Um, no, you just have my beautiful hand models and my chewed up track for my dog. I'm sorry, I don't have one of those little rotating tables. Maybe I can invest in one of those with some of the money later down the road. But right now, my main thing is to get cameras for this channel. So when we start up the racing again, we have two cameras, like I said, one on the TV showing the lap times, and then one on the table that's closer, that shows the cars closer to the track, so you can be able to see back and forth. And I'm going to do that via StreamYard, but come through on YouTube, so people that tune in for Slotcar Saturday Night Live will be able to watch both of them. Yes, Rich. Yeah, welcome to the wonderful world of Tyco. And I got news. Once you start, it's like what's that saying? You know, once you start, you can't stop. Yeah, I've got cases full of Tyco for that very reason. So the very last car that we have up here for tonight. Hey, no problem, Dan. Thank you for stopping in, man. You should be getting at least a few chuckles out of me tonight at some point in time. So make it worth watching. Mega G Plus version. This is the full tilt. This is the one that is what they would consider a runner. And I'll point out, if you can see the whites where it's been rubbed and robbed, when it's been wrecked. And obviously it's missing its wing. But the good news is believe it or not, the roll bar is still there, which is hard to find on these cars when they're older. And then the front nose has not been glued or modified or fixed in any way, shape, or form. Trying to. There we go. So this is what I'd consider a racer or runner. So if you're a guy that's been looking to get one of these, but you don't want to buy the whole track set to the Super International Mega G Plus track set to get one, and you don't want to pay those absorbent prices on eBay, and you still want to be able to race it when you buy it, here's your chance, because I'm not going to ask an arm and a leg for this one like everybody else does. The cheapest one I found on eBay right now was 60, 70 bucks. I'm starting this auction off at $40, guys. And that's a steal. If you have your own little wing, then you have your little shelf queen. Honestly, I would buy this one to be a runner, but that's just me personally. Does it come with a free controller? No. That is funny though. Crack me up. So $40 on the running Mega G Plus full tilt Red Bull knockoff. The only thing it's missing is the wing, but everything else is in great shape. So it's a runner. So somebody wants it, 40 bucks. Nobody wants it. After it gets down to the 3-minute mark, then I just put it away for another day. Jeff, this one is just the Mega G Plus chassis, so you can probably buy this chassis for 25, 26 bucks if someone wants to correct me if I'm wrong. The body itself is the hard part to get. The Mega G that I have over there now, that's the one that's there's people asking $70 just for the chassis for that 1.7 chassis that comes on that. Okay, Dell. All right, thank you, sir. $40. We got our first bid. So if no one bids more than $40 when this gets to 3 minutes, this will be Dell's. Jeff, I've got a Mega G that I'm selling. It's just not in the auction tonight. And you're right. It's going to go for more than that. So right now we're at 40 bucks. And if no one bids on it in the next minute, then I'm just going to end the auction, and it's Dell's, which is once again a member. Thank you, sir. Now, ironically, give you guys a little history because I'm tired of holding. Well, he's got 30 seconds. So if you're wanting to bid on this, right now you got 30 seconds. I'm not going to hold my hand up here for another 3 minutes. I'm just going to end the auction at the 3-minute mark, and then I'll give you some history on the cars. 10 seconds. 20 seconds. Do you get a free membership for buying a car? I can't buy you a membership, man. They don't let us do that. In fact, some of the stuff I had to put on my benefits, I couldn't even put in there. I had to tell you guys what they are. All right, 2, 1, 3 minutes. He got it. I'm sorry, Rich. I can't do that. But if you do join, you get to pick the cars up. Dog. No. Stay back. She almost made it back there. It's your car, Dell. Sorry, I had to get the dog away for $40. But if you join for 99 cents a month, just to join the fan club, you can join in on the members live stream before we go to the normal live show, and you can pick which cars that we're going to auction. As that's the big bonus for that. So $40 to Dell. Congratulations, my friend and member of the channel. So you got you another good car. Thank you, guys. All 5 of those sold tonight. Awesome. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Which means I get to buy more cars to put up here to sell to you guys. So I know you guys like Indy cars. I know you guys like the Porsches. So that's what I'm trying to gear my stuff towards. Obviously, you can see by the big row of Indy cars that I got there. And then certain chassis, you know, with the Super G Plus. And here I'm going to bring this bad boy out. And we'll show it right next to the one Dell just won. And that way I can point out the differences again. I'll get it up there. So as you can see, oh, that was awesome. I forgot oh, crack me up. So yeah, there's that awesome body I was just telling you about that was perfect that I just about broke. So there we go. Okay, so notice the wing size. This is the Mega G version. This is the Mega G Plus version. When they made the newer ones, they shrunk it down because so many people were breaking these. So this one is actually on the Mega G chassis, and it doesn't have magnets in it because someone took the magnets out when they were running it. So that's why it slid right off. But I'll put magnets in it. I got plenty of stock 30 magnets. So it'll be a perfectly running factory Mega G chassis car. Hey, thank you. Appreciate that. That is so awesome. So I am going to, next Saturday night, I'm going to make a video this week to people that can enter, and for Dave's generosity, I'm going to have another contest winner to where you can get a free membership on Slotcar Enthusiast there. Thank you so much for getting those people in there. So Rich's Slot Car Room, there we go, man. There's your chance. I'm going to make that video this week. It'll be an entry video to get a free gifted membership. Awesome. Thank you so much. So we'll have 10 new members next week. That is so awesome. Thank you. You guys give me goosebumps. Thank you guys so much. I mean, seriously, it's been a very overwhelming day with the amount of, I'll just call it what it is, love that I've been getting because of my reaching 1,000 subscribers. And you guys don't know how much that really means to someone like me. So thank you. Thank you. Like I said, I never even dreamed that I would have 100 subscribers, let alone 500. And now I'm thanking 1,000 people for taking the time to subscribe. So thank you. It does mean a lot. And when people do stuff like that, it just lets me know that I've got some of the best people in my channel of anybody on the internet. And Dan can verify this as well as several other in the community. We got some great people here, and I appreciate all of you. Thank you. So rather than me keep getting all choked up with me saying my thanks to everybody, and thank you again for doing that for everybody that's wanting to join the channel. The differences are, so you can put a Mega G chassis underneath the new body and underneath the Mega G Plus version, but you can't go the opposite direction. You can't put a Mega G Plus chassis underneath a Mega G body unless you get up underneath the body and do some carbon to make room for the up front for the little circuit board for the RF interference. So you can go this way, but you can't go this way. and on chassis. So there's a little tidbit for you. And that's for all chassis that they made for Mega G Plus and Mega G. They'll go both ways, but some of them, if they're like a real tight fit, like these the Peugeots are that way, the circuit board won't allow them to fit on a Mega G body, but the Mega G chassis will fit on the Mega G Plus version of that Peugeot. Same way with these F1 cars. So like I said, even if you don't bid or buy anything or join, I hope you watch and you learn something and maybe get a little more knowledge about the hobby that you're interested in. And that's the whole goal of the channel, is just to spread some of the wealth that I've learned myself personally and had some of my great members help out with too. No, thank you, man. Thank you, guys. Yeah, appreciate it so much. So this one is not, it wasn't picked by the guys to get auctioned off tonight, but the winner of this car is going to be happy to hear where the bidding starts at. Remember, I told you there's people on eBay getting $70 for that chassis. I am not that kind of person. So stay tuned if you're interested in buying one of these. And if you're a member, then next Saturday night before we go live for the auction, you can vote to have it put in the auction for that night. So good stuff. So we got a little Kyle Petty history on the Cars and Crew, the two different versions of the Kyle Petty Hot Wheels stock car. Went over my viewer subscriber Steve that had the custom wheels. Once again, I'm going to get the details for that next Saturday night, so you'll be able to reach out to him directly if you're interested in purchasing these or looking at his other options that he does have. I'm just kind of recapping where we were at in case people checked in late, because I see we had some viewers check in and some check out, so I don't know who came in and who left. So I just want to kind of recap for the people that missed out on the stuff earlier. And then last but not least, I kind of went over the future auction cars on the table. And then we had our subscribers and members tonight on the channel pick the 5 cars that we, in the order that we auctioned off. And thank you again to everybody that bid. And thank you to the people that did win. Obviously, like I said, that just helps us have more cars and get some more stuff out there that maybe none of you guys have seen, or maybe you see, get something that you've been looking for and get it at a good price. So like I said, that's my goal, is to push the hobby forward. And the best way to do that is make friends. So thank you guys. Appreciate it very much so. Roski, my sincerest apologies, my friend. Email me, ScottDanielMO@gmail.com, and I promise you I will get that link and email it back to you for that eBay page where I bought the My Little People from. I apologize. Just email me directly. Like everybody that won a car tonight, email me directly with your address, and then that way I can put it in Ship Pirate or Pirate Ship or whatever the hell they call it, and then to get you the exact cost to your front door. And then I'll send you the invoice via PayPal. But in your case, Roski, just send me this. Say, hey, you forgot, dumbass, you forgot to give me the name of the seller on eBay. And what I'll do is I'll just go there, copy the link, send it in the email back to you. So all you got to do is click on it. It'll take you right there. Okay, Slotcar League of Champions, he's ready. I'm ready. Trust me, guys. I am so ready. So I'm going to flip around the camera just and try to show some of the track for a second, and that way I can, while I'm describing, you can see what I'm talking about. So hey Ed, thank you for showing up tonight, man. So that whole back straightaway back here, everything that's along this wall, I had the table off the wall today, and I took both of those back pieces down, and I took it apart from that corner all the way over there, all the way around over here to this corner, and then put it all back together again, and then got underneath the table and fixed some more wiring that yeah, whenever I was cleaning up stuff, the dog from the dog adventure, Can't keep the dog out from underneath the table. I've got to do something real quick about that because she likes sleeping underneath there. So there's Laura's hot rod car that we'll be selling the sister version of next week, and this is her hopped up car. Now, just to recap, what we've done is I put a Viper rear end and gear pinion in it with single hub Delrin rims. It now has super tires on it. It's got level 8 traction magnets in it. It's got level 4 ceramic motor magnets in it. It's got a stock arm. It's got silver bushings, silver springs, bushing springs. It's got silver dual springs and silver pickup shoes and a razor front end. And then I oiled the bad boy. So other than that, that's what we had. And if you didn't catch the original video that I put out, see if it shows up on the camera. Yeah, there we go. 5:04 was its best lap time. Well, after playing with the tire heights with Hardin Creek's tire sizer and playing with my selection of super tires, second here. These are super tires. 438 is what ended up going on the car. So that's what's going to stay on the car. And then I really don't think I'm going to be able to go much lower, Laura. So I'm not going to send you another set of lower tires because I honestly don't think it'll start scraping. We're pretty low right now, and they'd just be a waste. So I'm going to do, instead of sending you the set of lower ones, I'm just going to include the gel claws. So I'll include one set taller and the gel claws, and you still get the factory tires that it came with brand new in 1998 when we opened it up. So I told you you'd get 2 sets of tires, and I want to, like I said, be a man of my word. So you're going to get your 2 sets. Okay, well, my dog's whining at me, guys. So give me just a second. I must let the dog out, or I will be cleaning up a dog mess, and I don't want to do that. So give me 30 seconds. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. I apologize. Like I said, she's wearing the cone of shame, and that's bad enough, but it'd be even worse if I had to clean up her crap. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to try to position the camera where you guys can see more of the track, and then I'm going to set up the timing system. I already know how fast I got this car to run, but I want to see if I can get it to do the same thing live for you guys, and be as impressed as I am that this is probably as close to a maxed out wall wart power pack Tyco 440X2 on the good stiff black chassis that you're probably going to be able to build yourself. I know you can tweak it and probably make it better and but this is a good representation of how easy it is to make a Tyco and how easy it is to hop it up. Hey, congratulations, Francisco, and welcome to the club. Thank you again, Slotcar enthusiasts, for doing that. Yeah, like I said, you guys don't know how much I appreciate when my members do stuff like that. That's just awesome. If I could afford to buy everybody's membership, I'd just do it. But like I said, sorry, I want to try to get you guys as much of the track as possible. Gotta get the computer timing system fired up. The computer went to sleep while we were doing the show. And just so you guys know, I run Biasu timing system. In case you didn't know that already. And I run my track at 20 volts. All right, just a second. Sorry. All right, so timing system fired up. See if I can't get you guys a better view. I don't need the chair in the way, so I know the more if I back it up, the better view I can get you guys. I'm trying to get you guys some more of the track. There's my second dog. That's Buster, in case any of you guys were wondering. There we go. There's a good little shot of the track. As everybody that races slot cars knows, you got to get into a little bit of a rhythm. So if you saw how the car ran whenever I got it out of the package, you know it's lightning faster than that. And if you remember, I put gel claws on it and oiled it, and we got it to the 504. So I'm kind of limbered up now. Car's kind of warmed up. We're gonna clean the tires, and then we're gonna go put some lap. So just to give you an example, the fastest lap already, without me even really pushing it, is a 488. So we're just barely quicker, but that's just because I was pity butting around the track. But that just gives you an example of what you're seeing there. So now you can see what the difference is going to turn into. And if I crash it, Laura, I'm sorry. If it breaks anything, I'll fix it before you get it shipped out to you. You will get a good looking, good running car before I send it out. So if anything happens, it gets replaced. And now the dog that wanted out wants back in. So give me a second and we'll do that. Sorry for the delay, guys. Oh my Lord. Sorry again, guys. I apologize. That's not dead space for live video. Well, you can tell when I tried to get in it. Just got rammed by the dog with the cone. Okay, so there's a perfect example. I know it sounds crazy, but I really haven't pushed it that hard yet, and we're already a second faster. It just ran a 4:03 on the last lap. So it's already, stay out from underneath there. Oh my goodness. It's already a second faster than it was before. Already. And like I said, you got to get into a rhythm. And earlier today, whenever I was testing tires, I had enough laps where I'd gotten into a rhythm. And so, because I know what it ran earlier, and we're close, but we're not, it's still got room. Ah. Oh, I went for it. Oh no, this thing is going to get nothing but faster. That's the beauty of it. Oh, and I will show that we've got good wear pattern on the shoes. See, it's nice and straight and flat all the way across the shoe. If you're building your own Tyco, that's what you want to look for. Ah. So remember I said we went a second faster right off the bat. Well, we've actually broken to the threes. So we're at a 391. So 3.91 seconds so far from 5.04. 3910. Picked up a hun, 900ths of a second. I don't know if you guys heard the other dog bark, but give me just a second and I'll let him in. I'll be right back and we'll make a few more laps to see if I can't run the same lap time that I did earlier today or beat it. And then we'll quit wearing out Laura's nice car. And then we may put some other cars on the track as a comparison to show how fast this thing really is. So give me just a second. Let me go let Buster in. I'll be right back. Hey, all of a sudden the dogs want to play. Isn't that how it always works? They go out and use the restroom and now all of a sudden they're full of piss and vinegar. Anybody have any questions? Sorry. This is actually to show the wiring. It was that's what Biasu tagged the wires with, so I wouldn't mess anything up. So I just left them there just in case anything came unplugged. Like the dog that you can see there, she insists on trying to get underneath that table. And no, hadn't had no dinner yet, Rich. I was talking to Dan right up until the time I started getting everything set up in here for the show tonight. And then literally that's why we were running behind, because I did the members. So I'll eat later. It's all good. So we're at a 4910 right now. And I'm going to run another, say, 5 laps and see if I can't beat that. And if I can't beat it, I'm going to stop. Like I said, I'm not going to, keep running her car. This is her new car. I want her or her boyfriend, either one, to run it or race it. So I appreciate her letting me do this to show what kind of hop-ups and how much a difference it makes. And so I'm not going to abuse that and make sure that she gets a good, fresh car. So we're going to give her 5 more laps, see if I can't beat what I did earlier today. And if I can, then great. And if I can't, then I'll tell you what I got it to and what I think that if with more time, I could get it to. So. All right. It's the old stage fright from having everybody live. Dan's passed out in his chair. That's awesome. Oh, okay. So I ran a 4903. So that's actually over a second quicker than I ran live with here. But just so you know, Laura, and everybody else that's out there, earlier today, whenever I was doing the tire test, like I said, I had several laps in and trying to, find the right size to put on there. I got this down to a 480. So, and I honestly think that with a little more practice time, I could run 470s. I'm sorry, 380, and then I could get it down to 370s or even 360s if I really pushed it. And that's really impressive for a stock arm Tyco with what's been done to it. So yeah, 380. Thank you, Rich. So that's what I ran with it earlier today. So 3.8 seconds versus 5.04. What 1.2 seconds difference, and a much better handling, faster car. an improvement all the way around. Whoever wins one next week, and Laura, your car, you're going to enjoy this on a flat track, just because you're going to be able to haul some ass and it's going to stick down. Like I said, I was pushing it, trying to show off. If you just drive it to race and have fun with, you'll be amazed on how well this thing sticks. So congratulations again on an awesome car. I'm not going to run this one anymore, but just suffice to say, guys, I with the hop ups that I made to this car with the factory arm, I was able to pick up almost 1.3 seconds, which is pretty impressive, and put you right in there racing with my Mega G Plus Indy cars as an example. So that's a good runner. Why is the dog bark? Oh no, that's his code to let me in, Rich. That's his, like, roof, let me in. You know, I'm sure he's saying something besides let me in, but we're going to put hers away over there. And let's see here. Okay, so I'm going to put my Viper as an example with the Mark Martin livery there on a lifelike body. And I'll run a few laps with it so to give you an idea of, you know, speed wise, how well that Tyco is really running, because it's running good. Did he make it around the track before I ran? So to give you an example, me just cruising around with my Viper right there, and not really, I mean, like I said, I can't hold my Vipers wide open in my bank corner, so I've got to really figure out the trigger spot to go. But I wasn't really pushing it, but this thing only ran a 403. So you already saw the Tyco run a 390 with a 1. And I know this Viper is faster when I start pushing it, but that's just giving you an example of how well that Tyco ran around my track, guys. I'm telling you, that's a good, strong running car I built right there, and I'm quite proud of it. And I'll be happy to build the next one for next week auction. So, no, thank you guys, appreciate that. No, and that's why I'm going to do another video, just a video of doing that, and it's not live, and hopefully. Like I said, it won't be nearly as long as what it took me to build it whenever it was live. And now that I can use Mark's tips on that. So that gives you an example of my Viper with a stock car body underneath it to kind of be the same weight per se as the Tyco body. But I will show you. And here's what I'm trying to show you. See how much lower that lifelike sits? Just a little bit. And it's also a little wider, if you notice. So that's why I run this low and wide. Wide, so if I want to use somebody as a guardrail, if I'm on the inside lane, I can. And low, obviously low center of gravity. Rubbing point there, yeah. So yeah, that's how close it is on a AFX track with a Tyco and a lifelike on a Viper chassis. So this Viper, obviously, with this body has an advantage over the Tyco, and I'm not trying to claim that my Tyco build was as fast as this. I'm just giving you an example of, hey, it could hang for a little while if you were wanting to race with somebody. I'll put it that way. if you could drive it. So there's an awesome car. Now I'm gonna pull out one of my Mega G Plus Indy cars and rip a few laps on it, and that'll give you an idea of a smaller weight body and lower center of gravity, and how well that'll affect the speed of a car. So this is one of my personal runners that I race. So ironically, just like the one that was sold earlier tonight. So if you want to look at the factory version, this is the one I sold this evening, and this is the one I raced. So this is what you can turn yours into. The Razor front end, the rear end's been hopped up. It's got silver springs, and it's got level 42 magnets in it. And just doing these little hop ups like this will turn these into a serious little runner. Whee! I know I said a fast lap in there somewhere. Yeah. Ran a 378. You know, within 5-10 laps. So you can see just changing the body on a different car, obviously, but yeah. So when I say the Tyco is pretty sporty, it's pretty sporty. And just give every type of chassis that I have maybe a different shot at trying to go fast. I'll throw out my Wizard Storm, which is kind of based on the Super G Plus chassis, if you guys have never seen one before. And it's white, so you should be able to follow it around fairly easy. .371. So just about 7/100 of a second quicker than the Mega G Plus Indy car. So when I say the Tyco ran we just watched it run a 3901, and we just watched this one run a 3.7. So I'm just telling you, that Tyco's pretty sporty, guys. The M chassis, yeah, no, you can get those to work. Odell, trust me, I want a road trip to the Cleveland show just based on what I saw a little bit. Well, I had Brian PTT speed on in the background, but I had the table pulled out, so I didn't see anything. I just heard him, and so I heard him doing his narration on the racing. It was quite humorous. Well, hey, if I'm going to give an example of a Mega G Plus, then I'm going to give one with a Mega G Plus stock car. That's only fair, right? I mean, if you're going to do stock cars. So here we have my racing, because like I said, we do the IndyCar style, F1 style, and we do stock cars with the Mega G Plus. So this is one of my runners that I race with. Obviously, I'm a Ford guy, so I stuck with the Fusion, and it's not officially licensed by NASCAR, so that's why it's the Ford Eco Boost. Hey, Luke, thank you for stopping in, man. We're just ripping some different chassis around the track to show how impressive the build went for Laura's Tyco and what people can expect out of theirs if they win that one next weekend. $380. So what I'm getting at here is you could put that Tyco that's 25 years old that I just worked on the track, and you can run with a hopped up Mega G Plus car. See the axles, rear end. I mean, it's got it all, guys. This one's just as maxed out as the one I gave away on the 500 giveaway. So there's something to be said with the technology from Tycos compared to nowadays, because it can still hang with Mr. Cooper, if you know what I'm referring to there. Old school TV show, in case you're young and don't know what I'm talking about. And those of you that have frequent the channel, you've heard me badmouth the Auto World Super 3, and I called it my track cleaner. This is the Casey, or isn't that his name? Elliott? Yeah. Chase Elliott. It's his Napa car. When he first got in there, they wanted to make him the next little Jeff Gordon, so they put him in the 24. This is the first ever Auto World that I ever bought, and it's my track cleaner. So let's put it on here just to see how slow it is compared to what we just watched. You know, let's have a little humor tonight. Woo! It just sounds like it's running rough, don't it? Yeah. Oh, it could almost take the corner wide open. Now you guys know why I use it as my truck cleaner. Pretty sad, huh? That's what it is. Too bad it's a Ford. Yeah, well, you know. Yeah, no, there was a guy on YouTube that made a video on how he showed he put a magnet on his and some felt so it could drag it. It was pretty cool. Is that my grandma's Buick? Yeah. This thing looks great. That's the sad part. This is an officially licensed NASCAR car, and it's just a dog. So it looks good, but it's my track cleaner, so it scrapes up the rails, and that's its whole life. That's all it ever does. Oh, okay. Well, someone who was it that gave me said too bad was Rich. Was that you saying too bad this is a Ford? Okay, well, just a second. I got a Chevy I'll throw out there on the track just for you. Now, this one isn't hopped up, but it does. I mean, it's still a runner. It just doesn't have tires or anything, no magnets or nothing like that. But I'll throw basically a stock Mega G Plus stock car on there. Sounds a little different than that Auto World. Yeah, I wondered about that with those factory tires. Yeah, no way. Those tires are too old. Let me put some real tires on it and give it a fighting chance. I mean, I already know it's not as fast as the Ford, or I'd already be racing it. All right, so these are some Viper M1s. Narrow, by the way, not big and fat and wide. But it is the factory hubs, factory tech. Everything else is factory except for those tires I just literally saw me put on. Wow, look at that. Now the car stays on the track. Well, I tell everybody, 2 things you need to buy when you buy a slot car, and that's tires and oil. Just makes a huge difference. We picked almost 8/10 of a second just doing gel claws in oil on that Tyco. And you just saw I couldn't even make a lap with this thing with the factory old hard rubber tires on there. Yeah, see? Tires are huge. Can't recommend tires enough. Well, thank you all 37 or 31 of you here, and the 31 that were here, or 37 that were here earlier tonight that gave the thumbs up. I appreciate that, guys. Big time. Like I said, that's how my channel grew so quick, is because of people like you helping it out. So if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't be where I'm at, and I know that. So that's why I'm so appreciative of everybody that's here. Thank you. Without me and without you guys, there is no me. So thank you. Well, I've been on for going on 2.5 hours now. 25,000 for everything in my room. Well, that'd buy you about a quarter of this room, Rich. And I might even let you pick the quarter of it you bought. Maybe. So we had an awesome auction tonight. I'm going to move this camera where you guys can actually see me, because I got one more thing I want to show off tonight before I call it an evening. And Rich and everybody that is a Tyco fan, you're gonna be a happy camper. Or it's going to be one of those things where you're going to be glad that you got to, your rare cars. Whenever I was watching Pro Tinker Toys, whenever Brian was doing his auctions, he had, like I mentioned several times, he's had several cars that I'd have loved to own, but they just got out of my price range where I can bid. And then I'm always trying to upgrade my collection, obviously, and try to get the cars that I like, not necessarily the rare cars. You know what I'm saying? I'm not just a gold digger. If I like a car, then I want to try to get it. So it doesn't make a difference if it's a Corvette or if it's rare or not, or it's a stock car. It makes no difference. If I like it, then I try to collect it. But it just happens to be a bonus if it's rare. And here we go. So this is his. Oh, yeah, there we go. Got it. It's got a flag for a guide pin, and if you notice there, it's on the Tyco Pro chassis, and those are the wiper blades. Doesn't have any tires on it, and that's part of the problem, but that's probably why I got it so cheap. But Rich's slot car room, he knows what he's looking at here. There's 3 versions of this Cobra. I do know this much. They were made from 70 to 72. This specific version was made in 1971, I believe. And on the collector's rating of 1 to 5, it is a 2. In fact, all 3 versions of this AC 427 Cobra is what it's called, or a 2. There's a white one with blue stripes, and there's a blue one with white stripes, and then there's this translucent blue is what they call this. And Rich knows this, and I'm trying to get to focus. I'm watching the TV. I'm sorry. There we go. Look at those stickers, Rich. And the chrome's still good. And the little man, obviously. So we saw a 2 rarity Mustang, and here's a 2 rarity AC Cobra 427 on a Tyco Pro chassis with wipers. And in case you guys were wondering, there's 2 different versions of Tyco Pro chassis. One has wipers and one has buttons. And this is the older version of those chassis. And Rich can correct me if I'm wrong, but this is an awesome addition to the collection. Going to get me some white shoes to put on it, some O-rings, and it's going in the case. Oh, nice, Ryburn. Yeah, so you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, I was trying to get, there's a white one with blue stripes on eBay, and it, like I said, it has the wrong chassis. It's got a 440X2 chassis underneath it. It's got the wrong chassis, and people just want it for that body because it's in really good shape. And those stickers, those are water slide. That's a big water slide. So it's hard to get those in this kind of shape. You can see right through that body. Isn't that cool? This is a good version of this car. It was a good get. And here's the kicker, guys. Like I said, I'm always out for good deals, but I can only go so high, even if it's a rare car like this one. This is rare. I paid $38 to my door for this car. So the deals are out there. You just got to be patient. I've been looking for one of these ever since I saw the Pro Tinker. Okay, yeah, so you had a button chassis. Okay, there you go. Hey, thank you. Oh, thank you, guys. No, appreciate it. Yeah, no, this one in an auction, baby. This is a Scott personal to the collector, but you can tell for what would this thing be? 1971, 72, Rich? Correct me if I'm wrong. What, 51 years old? That, to have those stickers in that shape and for that body not to be all scratched up, and look how shiny that is, guys. This is awesome. 71. There we go. So 52 years old, something like that. Yep, Tyco Pro. Cool. So there's the one car that I got for myself this week. The rest of those, some of those you saw were the ones that for auction cars, and so like I said, I limit myself. And then this was a good, if you're going to get one car for the whole week, this is a good one to get, I would think, if you're a collector. And I am, and I love it. So I'm still smiling if you can't tell. That's awesome. I mean, it's just been a really good day, guys. 1,000 subscribers, actually 1,001. Thank you, Amy, for doing that. So just to recap, we sold all 5 of the cars tonight. I showed off the custom wheels, rims that Steve, one of the subscribers, sent to me. I'm going to have his information that I'm going to be able to put in the description of next week's video, so that if you are interested, I'm going to show those again. If you are interested in those wheels, then you can reach out to him directly, because he does have different styles, or if he has a website that he can direct you to now that he's up and running, or an eBay store, I'll get you that. Roski, I'll get you, send me an email and I'll send you that link to eBay. Dell, give me 10 or 15 minutes to throw some dinner down my throat, and then I'll start working on that list for the parts that went in that Tyco car. Once again, Laura, congratulations if you've made it this far. You've got an awesomely fast car. I hope I've demonstrated that tonight on my track compared to the other chassis out there. Just as a reminder, I'm going to do another build video of the one I'm doing. It's just going to be video. I'm not going to do it live. And I'll include the part numbers and the cost, so that if you don't want to bid on this one that I'm going to sell next week, and you want to build your own like I did there, you'll know exactly what parts I put in this one and what they cost me at the time of the build. As you can see, it made, like I said, 1.3 seconds improvement from the gel claws and the oil, and almost 2 seconds improvement from factory right out of the package. So it's a great little running car. She should have a lot of fun with it. So thank you again, Laura, for being patient on me getting this out and letting the rest of the guys share in your winning. And then once again, thank you to my Slotcar enthusiast for sponsoring those 10 memberships. That is freaking awesome. I appreciate that. I appreciate all my members as always. And then if you are a member, you will need to reach out to me just as a friendly reminder via my email, ScottDanielMO@gmail.com, with your mailing address, so that later in the week I can get you out your Scott's House of HO Racing sticker and your pound slot car sticker for your normal car. And then if you are a winner of one of tonight's auction cars, or multiple as the case may be, please email me, and then tomorrow afternoon I will reply with a grand total, and then let you know when I'm sending out the PayPal invoice for you to pay that. And just so you know, there's no hurry. The cars are yours. They're sold. So if you need a couple of days to pay for them, that's fine. I do ship them within 24 hours of money hitting my PayPal account. So it's not like I'm going to sit around forever and a minute. In fact, tonight when we're all done, after I'm sitting there watching some football that I missed out on today, I'm going to be bubble wrapping those bad boys up and getting them ready to ship. So once again, thank you to everybody that got me up to 1,000 subscribers. And it's just incredible. So everybody that's watched the video, liked the video, shared the video, commented, you are all a part of what got me to where I'm at. And I can not thank you enough. But just by giving you tips, tricks, show you how to do things, and then as my way of showing my appreciation to subscribers, then we are going to be doing the 1K giveaway, which is going to be 10 cars, and I'll get the details for that next Saturday. And in between now and then, like I said, we'll have the build video for the same car that Laura won. You'll be able to bid on next week and buy. And if you want to, if you win it, I'll throw it on the track, because I already know what tires to put on it. I already know what to do to it, so it shouldn't take me that long. But if you want me to put it on the track, if you win it, then I'll put it on the track and we can do some laps with it, and you can see it live and share it with everybody. But I'm going to get off here. The dogs have got to eat. They've been outside. I haven't eaten, and I'm ready for some dinner. So thank you again to everybody. I sincerely appreciate it. Be sure, if you're a winner, email me. And if you just need to reach out and contact me about any questions or anything, obviously reach out to me via email, leave a comment if you're not catching this live, and I will reply and get back to you. That's the whole idea. Is this is an interactive channel, and I want you guys to feel like you've got a question, I'm somebody that you can turn to and get an answer. And if I don't have the answer, I will find someone to get you the answer. So once again, thank you guys so much for hanging out with me tonight on a Saturday night. Thank you again for the 1,000 subscribers. I appreciate it. Please support all of the other YouTube creators, like I've mentioned, that are in the chat before, and other videos in their descriptions. Check them all out. Give them a thumbs up. Give them a share. Give them a like. Get them up to 1,000. And until next Saturday night, light some sparks and melt some plastic, everybody. That new video will be coming out this week on the build. Thanks again. Take care. Have a good night. Thank you, Rick.